Hello, welcome along. I'm DJR. I'm going to be doing a free-to-play game today called Serena or Serena. Not too sure which, but yeah.
Sometimes, when I make a great effort, I can remember her scent, the sweetness of her breath. Serena.
Okay. So, I think this is a find the things and escape game, but I don't know for sure. Unfortunately, because of the way this works, when you alt tab out, it still grabs the mouse.
There. Maybe I could have another look.
Which has made it difficult again to set up OBS. So what I've done instead this time, rather than recording the application, I'm recording the whole screen. And what that means is, if something pops up on the screen, I might have to edit the video. So be aware of that. Hopefully. Let's get cracking. Her face.
Serena? Why can't I see you more clearly? Why can't I even remember? This was taken on that crisp winter night at our mutual friend's hunting lodge. We came back indoors, laughing, giddy as teenagers. It was truly like an enchanted time, like we were in a magic circle where no sorrow or pain could touch us. My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important. The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then. My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important.
So, the fact that her face is blurred, suspect...
You always put too much salt in, dear. Think about your pressure.
Serena enjoyed spice in our life. I preferred it more bland. We were so different on some points. The furniture came with the cabin. Considering how off the beaten path this place is, that helped make up our mind. Sometimes she would brush her leg against mine under the table when we were eating. A curious, sensual thrill. The table is worn but sturdy, just like our relationship was. Or is. I just don't know anymore.
I can't look any further right than... Yeah. So, pressing WASD on the keyboard does weird things. Let's see. That.
Our dining table. Quite modest, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I could tell plenty of stories about this table. To be honest, I'm surprised it's still in one piece.
I think something I've pressed has caused it to show me things. Spacebar does.
The dining table was well worn even when we acquired the cabin. You could tell from its appearance that it had been the centerpiece of many happy occasions, and there were many more to come.
Okay, so right click toggles on off mouse. Either in this mode you move to the edges to...
I still can't understand. Even the features of her face feel hazy and distant, like remnants of a broken dream.
this.
Our dining table. Quite modest, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I could tell plenty of stories about this table. To be honest, I'm surprised it's still in one piece. This one wobbles. I always meant to do something about that, but somehow never got around to it. This used to be her favorite spot. She used to sit here, put her legs on the table, lean back, and just give me one of her smiles. Those effervescent, incandescent smiles. Once we dragged these chairs out to the lake and scrubbed off all the dust and grime of years. That was a long time ago. For all the charm of furniture like this, something about it reminds me of Ingmar Bergman. Sort of brooding. One of a matching pair, obviously.
Because you're sitting on it. You don't want to be doing. I already discovered previously that pressing escape quits the game. So okay.
The dining table was well worn even when we acquired the cabin. You could tell from its appearance that it had been the centerpiece of many happy occasions, and there were many more to come.
Still can't actually move.
We had such a wonderful time dining in this cabin. Serena loved to experiment with her cooking. So much wisdom and happiness in this bookcase. My life would have been much poorer without all this.
Tired, lovely fairy tales. Greatest. Back this hint book.
The smell of old books is intoxicating. What happens to wood pulp as it ages gives it that distinctive vanilla smell.
Zombie space dinosaurs from Deep Lake family. Right. The school lock. The crews are bugs, not drugs.
Somewhere in here, in our private refuge, there must be something that reminds me of her. I loved it when we took down one of my favorites and curled up on the bed to read together as the wind howled outside on cold winter nights. Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too.
Galactic. Reference to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Dalmar folklore. Appear to be anything. Other books. Was it? I'm not going to read all these titles. English grammar for beginners. Yeah, okay.
I miss her so much. How is it possible that I can't remember her face?
Yeah, finding anything that's for.
I should look around some more. I have to remember her face.
Okay. Oh dear. Space Quest is a
Perhaps
very
in her
old
dresser.
game.
Or something that she liked.
I think basically it's tennis.
She made this with her own hands. She was really good. The clock is a trophy from our flea market adventures. Chalk this particular purchase up to "Every cabin needs one." We used to keep a pitcher of water and a glass on this nightstand, but they're not here now. There's a thick layer of dust and an almost invisible outline where we kept the water pitcher.
Oh. Not really what I was
She
expecting.
was special. Contradictory. She didn't mind these. Actually, I think she was into them too. There's a strand of blonde hair in the comb. Yes, blonde hair like sun rays. I'm remembering. What's wrong with my memory? Did I have a stroke? She also had a brush, but I can't see it anywhere, nor some of her other personal items. It's just a regular comb bought from a supermarket, new enough to still have all its teeth. She also had a brush, hers. I used it too, when shaving. They prevent my blood pressure from skyrocketing. Doctor's orders. And Serena's. These keys are for the cabin and the car.
Car key? You like that?
If the keys are here, does she have her spare? I should probably stay here in case she doesn't. Did she even have her own spare? We also have a key for the outhouse, but can't be bothered to keep it anywhere other than under that rock next to the thing. No one comes here anyway. We did have a night prowler once who left a mark inside the outhouse, but we rarely lock it anyway. I never noticed it before, but there's some rust on the ring. Should get a new one. We also have a key for the outhouse, but can't be bothered to keep it anywhere other than under that rock next to the thing.
Dearest,
Comes here
how do I
anyway.
say any of this? I like your way with words, but if I don't write this, I don't know what I'll do. My life feels so unreal now, dreamlike, but wonderfully so. Let me try, even if clumsily. The hours I spent with you when we last met are precious to me. I was so lost such a short time ago. Everything seemed drained of color and feeling. I think we were meant to find each other, to bring meaning to our lives again, make sense of the confusion shrouding both of us. When we stepped into the crystal silence of the snowy woods, away from the chatter of the guests, all nature seemed expectant, as if holding its breath, witnessing a rare moment of something infinitely better than what life in the ordinary run of things has to offer. Do you remember how the light crust of the snow glittered in the reflected light of the country house? How the copse of trees in which we walked was haloed with a magical aura? I felt the chill of the night air, and you opened your coat and enfolded me in your arms, and we hugged tight, sharing the warmth, sharing the only thing any of us have to share on this earth when you think about it. And then you toppled us on the snow, you devil. We laughed and rolled around, my head already spinning from the wine and crisp, pure night air and the stillness all around. We lay back, and I gasped when I realized what I was seeing. The luminous starscape, like a vast velvet cloth sprinkled with powdered sugar, like it can only be seen in the countryside. I had tears in my eyes when I turned to you and we kissed, and it felt like the only moment in all of time, or outside time, and ours was the only spark that could ignite the universe. You gave me these moments. You complete me in ways I never knew to dream of. Let me be the one who makes sense of the confusion whenever you feel lost again. We can make our own world against the rest of the world if need be. Together we can silence all the demons, heal all the wounds. I love you. In eternity yours, Serena.
I miss her so much. How is it possible that I can't remember her face?
So, why does she say she misses the other one that's dead? Ow. Let's try around the other
Look
side.
around some more. I have to remember her face. She is fairly religious. Not me. I'm the cold and cynical bastard. But I don't remember that ever being an issue between us. She adored all things of nature. I remember her long walks out in the woods. For some reason, light bulbs wouldn't last long in this lamp. I never looked into it. Quite a large armoire for our admittedly Spartan needs. She uses most of it. We all have our skeletons in the closet, but not Serena. She was perfect.
Well, I had a grand total of nothing in it.
Our refuge from the world. A place of warmth and passion. Sometimes we joked we needed to be so far out in the woods because that's how our sex life was. Far out. The furniture came with the cabin, but the bedclothes we brought with us. A place like this needs some luxury. But without her, there are no monsters under the bed. I guess they're all in my head. I feel too restless to sleep right now.
Come, love, with peace in your heart, said of the ice blue. Ride with me, shed your mortal guise, mount a snow white mare. My garden's fair, in the land of youth, by your art, cycle of days, our sun and sky.
Something draws me to this trunk. Is it the memories locked within? Or something else? We use this trunk to store trinkets and papers, but I can't help thinking there's something of importance inside.
Open it then.
It's too painful. I want to, but not yet.
Well, let's try the door. We're going to stand by each other through.
No, I don't want to leave right now. There's still something for me in here.
Well, I've looked at everything.
There was a piece of gum stuck to the underside of this chair back when we bought this place. We just left it there. Our dining table. Quite much. For all the charm of furniture like this, something about it reminds me of Ingmar Bergman. Sort of brooding. Sharing meals with a good red wine was one of the great pleasures in our relationship, especially in the intimacy of this cabin.
Yeah, well, I didn't sit down again. Well, I don't know.
It's a beautiful day, though there's an unnatural calm surrounding the area.
Missing some.
Comme une évidence, Serena's favorite perfume. There's only an outhouse, and for some reason, whoever erected the rickety thing didn't think to include wall-to-wall mirrors, so this came in handy. Should I dust for fingerprints? I might if I were in a detective story. After all these years, it permanently smells of her and her perfume. We did have a night prowler once who left a mark inside the outhouse, but we rarely lock it anyway.
That's cute. Holding something and at the window. That's strange.
I'm generally not fond of taking medication. I find it hard to believe ingesting a few chemicals will do me much good in the long run.
Am I missing?
I don't sleep well without Serena next to me. Both a blessing and a curse, I suppose. The ticking begins to feel homey after a while. The first night was a nightmare, though. Time never mattered much to us while we were hiding from the rest of the world here, as long as we were together and happy. The clock has always been rather autonomous. No matter how many times we've wound it up, it keeps going out of sync. Actually, I think it might have gone out of sync again. No trusting this clock. I wonder what time it is. As if it mattered. The clock has always been rather autonomous. No matter how many times we've wound it up, it keeps going out of sync. I'm not sure why, but I don't feel like opening it. The sole thought of it drains what little energy I have left in me.
Right, well, I'm stuck, so what I'm going to do is turn on where I can click.
There are no monsters under the bed. I guess they're all in my head.
Something.
Curiously, we never brought many plants inside the cabin. We were surrounded by so many outside, I guess we were saturated by them. At least I was. I feel too restless to sleep right now. I don't sleep well without
Look what I made, hun, in case we ever need to sweep something under the carpet. See the pattern of yellow squares? It's from this rug I remembered from my nursery. I must have been like 3 or 4, but it always stuck with me.
No trap door under there, just more creaky floor. I always resisted the temptation to sweep things under there when it was my turn to tidy up.
The rug's all crooked again. Can you help me straighten it out?
No trap door under there, just more creaky floor.
Why is there 3 targets?
I always resisted the temptation to sweep things under there when it was my turn to tidy up. Pretty shambolic, isn't it? The organization of its contents isn't much better. It'd be a shame to say we're fashionistas. We were never that big on appearance. Serena has this mystical aura about her, even when she's wearing one of my mom's charming knitted sweaters. I've always told Serena that she doesn't need to wear perfume. Her presence is magical enough already.
Well, yeah, things to click on.
We found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those in our early years. Big enough for a lifetime of mementos. We hated guns, so we never had any, even out here. But this would have been a good place to keep one, since it can be locked. We found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those in our early years. I could tell plenty of stories about this table. To be honest, I'm surprised it's still in one piece. This window never got much attention. Then again, the view isn't nearly as spectacular. Priorities, right? I guess it's covered with grease and grime from cooking, mostly.
I didn't see the chair before.
So many afternoons spent in this armchair.
Come sit with me. I want to talk. And cuddle.
What did we talk about? Damn this fallible memory of mine. The most comfortable spot in the cabin, well, along with the bed, of course. I can imagine her cuddling up to me even now, putting her hand under my shirt. Of course, we made love here, too. There was no place in the cabin we didn't before things deteriorated. The most comfortable spot in the cabin, well, along with the bed, of course.
If only leaves the bookshelf, really.
A lot of rarities and special editions here. I didn't lend out my Necronomicon, did I? Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here, too. A lot of rarities and special editions here. Truth be told, not all the cooking she did was a resounding success. We agreed to never attempt doing ravioli again.
You silly dolt. Here, give me that. Don't be such a child.
I think it dates from the colonial era, probably brought over by the Pilgrims. It belongs in a museum. An archaeologist could excavate the layers of food forever welded onto this and learn about the days when other beings ruled the earth. I think it dates from the colonial era, probably brought over by the Pilgrims.
I'm not going to attempt to read that because part of it's obscured and Oh, actually. It says Serena Pinot Noir.
The dining table was well worn even when we acquired the cabin. You could tell from its appearance that it had been the centerpiece of many happy occasions, and there were many more to come.
I have no idea what to...
I better stay in case Serena comes back. There's always a chance she might return. There's nothing for me out there. This door has been creaking for years. One of the many things I promised I would fix. I have this gut feeling that I shouldn't leave just yet.
The rug's all crooked again. Can you help me straighten it out?
Maybe later. There's nothing of interest inside the closet anyway. She always thought our relationship was a blessing. God, how I miss her. No longer the cynical asshole, I guess. I've always loved the hazy afternoon shades of this place. It's deep into summer, so there's a few hours left until it gets dark.
That looks interesting. We can always try it.
I read it for the articles, of course. Like that one by the guy. That one about the thing. I needed some incentive to go check the mailbox from time to time. It's some way through the woods. Something good left in this world. They still make covers like this. Erotic, not obscene. She's beautiful, but what's her obsession with dolphins? I needed some incentive to go check the mailbox from time to time. It's some way through the woods.
Well, not very far, and I'm stuck. Oh, I can see her face now.
The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then. My love, we don't have a lot of photos of our... The guy who snapped... My love, we don't have a... The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then.
Okay, well obviously something's changed. This music's
Why? I might just as well stay here. As always, I automatically went to the window side, and she took the one by the armoire. Some of her scent still lingers. I know it's my general state of mind, but I feel even more depressed near this armoire. Guess I can't shake off the memory of my sweet Serena trying on her various garments. Is there anything worse than beautiful memories turning to... I feel like I don't even have the strength to lift the lid. What once gave me so much joy now fills me with unbearable sorrow. Big enough for a lifetime of mementos.
So, something around here must have changed.
I should leave the keys here until she comes back, because I know she will. All those moments we sat at this table, laughing, smiling, simply looking in each other's eyes. Will we have them again someday? How long has it been, I wonder? I can't tell. And I miss her so much. That ticking, it never stops. I've wasted so much time in my life. Did I ever take a break to show her how much I truly cared? Actually, I think it might have gone out of sync again. Years passed, no tears fell, no death knell reached the golden shores they trod. Another love story without a happy ending. Time works differently in the other world. She's gone, and even then I just keep reading. But it's always been my way of looking for answers, processing information. I can think of worse ways. Weird mix of doggerel and artistry. The elemental imagery is evocative, but the language and structure are a bit quaint. Still, some lines jump out at you. I've always been drawn to things that are kind of both good and bad at the same time. Maybe because that's so like life. My grandma introduced me to these old legends when I was just a kid, in between stories of what she could still remember of her childhood in the old country. Weird mix of doggerel and artistry. The elemental imagery is evocative, but the language and structure are a bit quaint. Still, we hated guns, so we never had any, even out here. But this would have been a good place to keep one, since it can be locked.
Clock made a noise again. That's that periodically.
Come sit with me. I want to talk. There's something I have to tell you. I have been trying, and believe me, I've been trying so hard.
I almost have it. What was she trying to tell me? I can imagine her cuddling up to me even now. This table has seen many happy times. The meals we shared, or when we just used to stay up late with a bottle of wine and talk. Oh, how we talked. I sure hope she comes back soon. We can sit down and discuss our problems, like we always did. We could always work things out. Our dining table. I kept saying I'd paint these chairs, add some color to this place. One more thing I never got around to. How I longed to see her sitting in this chair again. It must be any minute now. She must be coming back. These chairs numbed my back. Hers too. But I just got used to it. We could have gotten new ones. One of a matching pair. Obviously. Without any activity, the corner feels cold and lifeless. I'd give anything to see her standing here again, making coffee or sandwiches. I made my own too, of course, but it just made me happy to see. When she was happy, she'd hum her favorite songs as she puttered around. I can't remember the last time. The stove looks like something from World War I. Considering how basic and ancient the kitchen is, it's a wonder what we managed to do with it from time to time. Well, she mostly.
Feeling peckish, dear?
The stove looks like something from World War I.
Is that at the bottom? Warning. Government. Oh, okay.
Someone said, work and love are the only things that ever really happened to us. Was it Freud or Marilyn Monroe?
Bit of a difference between the two of those.
Did I let my work destroy my life? Writing was so all-consuming for me, yet I made so little headway in all this time.
So as a writer, learned something.
I want to hurl the whole damn lot into the lake, or just tear at the pages until the wind sweeps them away. Some of these started to mildew long ago. Nothing gold can stay. Frost. Oh, those words, those damn words. My whole life's been consumed by them. Now I have none left to say. All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all lies. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. I torture myself trying to remember. This armchair. This is where we had that talk. That damn...
I've been trying so hard, but we lost something along the way. Did you get my letter? Will you just listen to me for once? God, you're always... Wait, where are you going? Don't walk away from me.
too upset to even think straight.
Sounds like they had a row.
It's like looking into my own soul right now. Did I see shadows move? No. Just my imagination. It's like the whole world is against me. Even my mind is playing tricks on me. I hate her so much.
Oh, that's different.
All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all lies. A part of me still thinks she'll forgive me and come back, but I've lost all hope now. Do I deserve to be forgiven? What about all the things she did and all the things she said?
Words and dreams may be enough for you, but you know what? You'll get a chance to test that soon because I've had enough.
I couldn't care less about this damn thing. The stains on this bed suddenly make me mad. Angry even. Why must life always end up so sordid and hateful? I'm not crawling in there. I'm too riled up for that, and it's just not dark. That incessant noise. I should smash this useless antique to pieces right now. It can't keep the time for 5 minutes straight. Chimes completely at random and never stops making that infernal noise. But hey, guess who thought it was so cute? This thing has caused me more sleepless nights than I care to remember. No wonder I'm going crazy.
Dearest, how do I say any of this? I like your way with words, but if I don't write this, I don't know what I'll do. My life feels so unreal now, dreamlike, but wonderfully so. Let me try, even if clumsily. The hours I spent with you when we last met are precious to me. I was so lost such a short time ago. Everything seemed drained of color and feeling. I think we were meant to find each other, to bring meaning to our lives again, make sense of the confusion shrouding both of us. When we stepped into the crystal silence of the snowy woods, away from the chatter of the guests, all nature seemed expectant, as if holding its breath, witnessing a rare moment of something infinitely better than what life in the ordinary run of things has to offer. Do you remember how the light crust of the snow glittered in the reflected light of the country house? How the copse of trees in which we walked was haloed with a magical aura? I felt the chill of the night air, and you opened your coat and enfolded me in your arms, and we hugged tight, sharing the warmth, sharing the only thing any of us have to share on this earth when you think about it. And then you toppled us on the snow, you devil. We laughed and rolled around, my head already spinning from the wine and crisp, pure night air and the stillness all around. We lay back and I gasped when I realized what I was seeing. The luminous starscape, like a vast velvet cloth sprinkled with powdered sugar, like it can only be seen in the countryside. I had tears in my eyes when I turned to you and we kissed, and it felt like the only moment in all of time, or outside time, and ours was the only spark that could ignite the universe. You gave me these moments. You complete me in ways I never knew to dream of. Let me be the one who makes sense of the confusion whenever you feel lost again. We can make our own world against the rest of the world if need be. Together we can silence all the demons, heal all the wounds. I love you. In eternity yours, Serena.
Now I remember. It was me all the time. I lost her, and it's all my fault. I tried to flush these a long time ago, but someone noticed, as if she cared about my impotent life. High blood pressure? What a load of bull. I've never felt better in my life.
I'm sick and tired of having to pamper you like a baby. Fine, I hope you have a great, lonely time at the hospital.
Why torture myself trying to remember?
Where are you going? Oh, that's rich. Just run away.
I just needed to blow off steam, to be somewhere else, just for a while. But I can't even remember what we argued about. Unless she was the one who left. I'm too upset to even think straight. She once told me how I supposedly used words to fool her somehow, but what did she think this stuff was? Natural? I should tear all her filthy, disease-ridden clothes apart and burn them. It's just a book. Stupid, feeble-minded woman with her silly, menial things. I hate her so much. All the real color faded from it long ago. It must be full of dust mites. I should burn it. Sunlight, birdsong. Nothing feels worse when there's no hope. No chance of anything.
Open.
I sit here on the train, taking me to my final farewell to the ones who brought me to this world. I see the smiling couples on their way to new adventures and think, that used to be us. We had joy and laughter and friends once, but a memory is not the thing itself. You're very good at letting things you don't want to face slip off you. You continue as if nothing has changed, lost in your own lifeless world. Words and dreams may be enough for you. You know what? You'll get a chance to test that soon. I question how I once saw things. How much of what I thought we had were my own feelings, and how much of your manipulation, because you are so very good with words, aren't you? You knew how to use them when we met, and for the longest time, I went along with the romantic whirl you conjured up around our shabby, isolated existence. Oh, it took me long enough to see it for what it was. And there were these moments that you swept me off on foolish flights of fancy, when I threw myself into your fantasies. You wove your spell, plying me with your magic and with wine in equal measure, and I was taken in like the lost little girl I was. Do you realize all the pain you've caused me? They say if you have to ask whether someone loves you, you already know the answer. Protestations to the contrary can no more convince me any more than I can make my own mother or father draw breath again. Your aloofness tells a different story. I no longer know what you're thinking. With my parents gone and with your refusal to even accompany me in my time of need, something broke. Or maybe it happened long ago, but I never saw it so clearly before, even after everything. I don't make you feel comfortable? Really? That's all you have to say? I won't waste any more life waiting for things that'll never come. Of course, that's what you expect me to do. Play the good wife so no one will laugh at you for being the failure you are, to shield you from the truth of your existence. Lost in your books and vapid verse, blithely drifting into the mists of time, as if not even a footnote, when you could be raking at it if you'd only used your words for anything other than personal indulgence. You talked and talked about your path, the winter blueness of my eyes, all that nonsense, and the years rolled by, the seasons came and went, on, you pursuing your dreams that will never be, lost in your damned words, looking for clues you'll never find. I'm sure you're doing it even now with your rotting books. You took the best years of my life, and gave only empty words in return. We've gone as far as we can, and something's got to give. S.
Still, I suddenly feel more determined. I want to know more now. Her jewelry box. What is it doing here? It's just a bunch of schmaltzy junk. A shrine to naivety. I don't see anything else of value. All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all lies. She's angry now. Part of me realizes I should be more shocked by this, but for some reason, I just feel numb, beyond it. She was lying to me and manipulating me all the time. Why did I let her do that? I'm the one who should have been scowling. She played me like a harp and made me look like a complete idiot. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. Truth is, I could have used this spice to get some of her abominations down my throat.
Yes, go ahead and empty the whole salt shaker on your meal. I hope you choke. Sit down, we need to talk.
When did it go so wrong? This was supposed to be a... We weren't supposed to fight here.
You just don't get it, do you? You never do.
Why torture myself trying to remember? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much. All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all lies. I couldn't care less about this damn I told her the rug was fine work, like I know anything about handicrafts. But it's what the Empress wanted to hear, wasn't it? The light is so dim here. Makes me want to chop down every tree outside. There's only a limited window of opportunity for everything. And I wasted mine. Why torture myself trying to remember? I'm too upset to even think straight. I couldn't care less about the damn thing now. I hate her so much. All of this, I couldn't care less about this damn thing. Everything she wore, just to lure me in. Not even these violent impulses give me the strength I need to open the armoire. What is wrong with me? Why torture myself trying to remember? How could I be so inconsiderate? Did this stupid lamp destroy my marriage? I will fix it, in case she comes back. I haven't got any bulbs on me, and I didn't bring any tools. Wait, what am I thinking? Why am I worrying about a stupid lamp? What good will reading a fairy tale do me? It was she who didn't deserve me. I wouldn't waste my intellect on this sublunary distraction. Changeable man, insolent wretch. Sounds like Serena, all right. Her father's realm. She was a daughter of the Celtic sea god Manannán. What was it? Maclur? Scholars say Niamh's divine father, Manannán, was of an elder race even more ancient than the Tuatha Danann. I'm too upset to even think straight.
I've clicked on everything.
I hate her so much. I feel like throwing this chair through the window. But that would just make me even angrier. Her favorite chair, huh? I should just smash this thing to pieces. It's wobbly and off balance, just like she was. Especially that night. All of these pathetic souvenirs. I couldn't care less about this day. Why torture myself trying to remember? I tried to be charitable with her, but what did it get me? Honestly, she could rarely carry a tune, so her humming habit got on my nerves. She actually threw this at me once. She could have killed me. That's how the bedroom window got that crack.
Here's your stupid omelet.
Heavy damn thing. Cast iron. I'm too upset to even think straight. My wife has no indulgence given except what comes to her from heaven. We eat little, we drink less. This earth breeds not our happiness. William Blake. Never those dry, blackened omelets again. Good riddance. I hate her so much. All of these pathetic. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. Why torture myself trying to remember? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much. All of these pathetic. Guess I could have thanked that heartless slut at least once whenever she covered up her body.
Nice.
I can't even bear to look at my face. She's really done a number on me. She never descended to criticizing my looks, though. Even when we fought, even when my hairline started going. But it was a sore point for me. My thoughts are all over the place. Get it together, damn it. I couldn't care. How could I have been so blind? Her vanity. Always fixing her hair before bed. Doting on her hair like a child. But I'm being unfair. Would I have wanted her to be some frump? I'm too angry to even care. All she cared about was herself all along. Her needs, her feelings. That's all that ever mattered to her. What about mine? Why torture myself trying to remember?
Dearest. And then you.
I'm too upset to even think straight. How was I supposed to react when she used this anyway? She knew I loved her. It's not like we have to say it over and over again. The smell of this disgusts me. So many lies, so much deceit. She probably left it here just to spite me. I hate her so much. All of this, it feels darker by the minute, but the sun is still high in the sky. Or is it? I feel so turned around. It can't be happening.
Why must I always be the one to fill the damn pitcher?
No, I can still see even if the light is going. I'm not turning it on. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. Maybe I should have a look at the contact pages. Her and her damn spice. Wow, two can play at that game. Serena thought she was so special. Always trying to make our sex life edgy and exciting. Now I can see she was just afraid of admitting how bland and boring she really was. Why torture myself trying to remember? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much.
I'm gonna keep going around in circles until something happens.
All of this, these pathetics. God has never been there for me when I needed comfort. Why would he want to go out of his mysterious ways to help me now? I couldn't care less. She probably cared more for this plant than she cared for me. Why torture myself trying to remember? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much.
I sit here on the train. I no longer.
I should just destroy this useless junk. But not even the venom inside me gives me strength. All of this... I couldn't... Why torture? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much.
Oh, where'd that appear? They're always there.
Her wedding ring or mine? But what is it doing here? Oh, please, no. It's hers. I can't believe she would just leave it here. Where the hell is she? No. It can't be true. No. No, I didn't do it. I need to wake up from this nightmare. All of this... these... pathetic souvenirs. I remember how happy these made her. She smiled. That wonderful smile. I must have gifted these to make amends or something. Or did I? Did I ever gift her anything? She loved her trinkets more than she loved me. Right? I couldn't care less about this damn thing.
I wonder if he somehow...
Why torture myself trying to remember? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much. All of this... I couldn't care. Why torture myself trying to remember? She was always yammering about the salt, feigning concern about my blood pressure. Should have emptied this into her lying throat till she vomited. If she were here, I'd rub salt into her wounds all right, just like she's rubbed salt into mine. I'm too upset to even think... She never had any sense for balancing a meal. It was either spicy hot or cringeworthy bland. I was used to much better fare before my family fell on hard times. Almost empty. So typical of you, Serena. Not one limit. I hate her so much. All of this, I couldn't care less about this damn thing. Why torture myself trying to remember? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much. All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all lies. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. Why torture myself trying to remember?
Dearest, and
I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so. All of these. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. Why torture myself trying to? I'm too upset to even think straight.
I feel like everything's...
I hate her so much. All of these pathetic souvenirs. I couldn't care less about. Why torture myself? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much. All of this... I couldn't care less about this damn thing.
Aha! Oh, lovely.
Realize how stupid this was. We had a
What
plan.
is that?
I took measures to ensure nothing like this would happen. But no, you couldn't help your damn self. We can't risk moving it now. The bulldozers are coming any minute.
Don't worry. It's all covered. He spent much time here.
Do you think they will buy it after all this time?
Fire will do it.
It's been months since you...
Fire will do it.
Fine.
I get what the dialogue was.
My God. What is this? It can't... It isn't. How did it happen? I can't remember. It's already rotten beyond recognition. But how much time has passed? It's dry and withered. A body takes at least weeks to... How long has it been? I can't even remember how I did it. Maybe I didn't. Do I have brain damage? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, that's lovely, isn't it?
Those noises sound like more than one person. Who can it be? The police? Are they coming for me? I deserve it, but I want to see who it is first.
Oh,
Do you realize how stupid this was? We had a plan. I took measures to ensure nothing like this would happen. But no, you couldn't help your damn self. We can't risk moving it now. The bulldozers are coming any minute.
Fire will do it.
Do you think they will buy it after all this time? It's been months since you...
Don't worry. It's all covered. He spent much time here.
Fine. Give me the kerosene.
I think the body in the wardrobe might have been...
Oh shit! We forgot your... Fuck! It's so stupid to leave it. Why did you do that?
Can you calm down? I couldn't bear to wear it any longer. It's in a safe place. We'll pick it from the ashes.
No! Not like this! Please! No!
That's certainly interesting. I entirely understand what happened. I mean, at the end there, who were the people outside? Who was I? Were they already dead? Did they kill me in the fire? I don't know. I don't Anyway, that was I've forgotten what that game was called. Serena, of course, it's the name of the character. Yeah, that was free on Steam, so I would say go check it out, but if you've watched this video, there's probably not much point now. That's unusual. This game is dedicated to a dear friend, Serena Nelson. Normally they say names and characters are pure coincidence, not based on anybody, but this time they've actually said it is based on something. Interesting. So yeah, that was Serena. Next time, play something else. Don't know what yet. Find out when it happens. For now, goodbye. Anything gonna happen? Okay, catch you next time. Goodbye.